Pendulum Magician is all about getting to their link 2 to set up a big pendulum summon. First card is 3 Skullcrobat Joker. When normal summoned, adds a Performapal Magician Pendulum or an Odd Ice from deck. 3 Wisdom Eye Magician. Pendulum effect is if you have a Magician or Performapal in other Pendulum Zone, you can destroy this and place 1 Magician Pendulum from deck in your Pendulum Zone. 3 Double Iris. Can target a Dark Spellcaster, destroy this card, and then that monster can do double damage when battling a monster, and if this is destroyed, can add a Pendulumgraph card from deck. 2 Harmonizing. When Pendulum summoned, you can special Magician Pendulum from deck. 1 Purple Poison. If destroyed, you can target a face-up card and destroy it. 3 Supreme King Gate Magician. Can destroy this in Pendulum Zone and place a Supreme King Gate from hand or deck. And if you control a Supreme King Gate in Pendulum Zone, you can send a Pendulum Exceed, Synchro, or Fusion Dragon from hand or extra to grave to special this. And if summoned, you can add a card that mentions Supreme King Zark from deck. 3 Dragon Darkwurm. If you control no monsters and this is engraved, you can special this, and if this is summoned, you can add a Supreme King Gate Pendulum from deck. 1 Gate 0. Low scale, that is a Supreme King Gate monster. 1 Dragon Lightwurm. If summoned, can add a Supreme King Dragon or Gate monster from the extra deck, and then you can Synchro or Exceed a Supreme King Dragon monster. 1 Astrograph. If a card is destroyed, you can special this and add a monster that was destroyed this turn. 1 Majesty Pegasus the Dracoslayer. If specialed by a Dracoslayer or Pendulum summoned, you can add a field spell, then discard 1. 1 Majespecter Unicorn Kirin. Can target a Pendulum monster in your monster zone and a monster the opponent controls, return them to the hand. 2 Curtain Raiser. Once per duel, if you control no monsters, you can special this from the Pendulum Zone. 3 Dragon Shrine. Sends a dragon to grave from deck. 1 Foolish Burial. Sends a monster to grave from deck. 2 Wings of Light. Adds a Supreme King Dragon or Gate Pendulum from deck. 3 Dark Ruler No More. Negate effects of all opponent's monsters for a turn, but you can't do damage. 3 Book of Eclipse. Change all face-up monsters to face-down defense till the end phase. An opponent draws for each of their monsters that is flipped back up. 1 Secret Village. If only you control a spellcaster, the opponent can't activate spells. 1 Star Pendulumgraph. If a face-up Magician Pendulum leaves the field, you can add a Magician Pendulum from deck. 1 Time Pendulumgraph. Can target a Magician Pendulum on field and an opponent's card on field and destroy them. And for the extra, 2 Beyond the Pendulum. Main effect is if link summoned, you can pay 1200 to add a Pendulum from deck, but must Pendulum summon to activate monster Pendulum effects after this. 2 Exceed the Pendulum. If link summoned, can add a face-up Pendulum from the extra, and can special a Pendulum from grave or hand between your Pendulum scales. 1 Masquerena. Quick effect link summon in opponent's main phase. 1 Nightmare Unicorn. If link summoned, discard 1 card and then shuffle a card on field into deck. 1 Access Code. Can banish links from grave to destroy cards on field. 1 Absolute Dragon. If this Exceed Summon card is sent to grave, you can special an Odd Eyes from the extra deck. 1 Baguska. While in defense, changes monsters to defense and negate activated effects by defense monsters. 1 Tornado Dragon. Detach 1 to destroy a spell or trap. 1 Abyss Dweller. Detaches 1 and opponent can't activate graveyard effects for the rest of the turn. 1 Odd Eyes Rebellion Exceed Dragon. Used to send with Supreme King Gate Magician. 1 Vortex Dragon. When something is activated, can shuffle a face-up Pendulum monster into deck from the extra deck to negate and destroy the card. 1 Ignister Prominence. Can target a Pendulum on field, destroy it, and shuffle a card on field into deck. It can also special a Dracoslayer from deck. And 1 Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. If synchro summoned, you can destroy all face-up monsters of the opponents. And that's the deck at about $28. It is a pretty consistent deck that has a couple ways to search all of your key monsters.